It's week 6 of the NFL, and we've got Marshawn Lattimore.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Seattle Seahawks and the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
He threw for nearly 350 yards. His team won, and one word just kept coming to mind as I watched him during the game: surgical. Absolutely surgical. That's why he won NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, very precise. The throws maybe as accurate as he's been in some time.
Yeah, I think he feels pretty locked in here, and I think he feels like he can get it done again in this one too.
Right out of the gates, here's Smith. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to Walker on first down. And taken down just shy of the 40. Well, this defense for the Saints, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
So in Saints territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Geno. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, and we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 1st and 10, Tracy. It's brought in by Harris.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Looking to throw on second down. Tracy, he gets it complete to Harris.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Seahawks are going to get the football back at their own 17.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Here's Walker to start the drive.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Smith's throw caught here by Metcalf.
And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. On 1st down, Smith. And Walker. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock. And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Tracy, he finds his man, complete. That's Flowers. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the C's opened up for him.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up, then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
This one goes underneath to Walker.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. Out of the gun, Smith. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A tight one. 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. From the 45 on 2nd down, Smith. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Smith.
Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down, now in 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Throwing again is Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they stake claim to the lead here. It's 10-8. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And he's got his target, Harris. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Tracy.
Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
From the gun on 3rd down. Tracy. He's got it. Touchdown, Saints.
Chris Olave.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Saints are once again back in front. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office is getting bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise, too.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And out now come the Seahawks. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Throwing now is Geno.
Now wasted time going right back to DK Metcalf.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Smith. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
Oh, heck of a move.
Man.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. They run again with Walker. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Kenneth Walker,
a 12-yard touchdown run.
And the Seahawks have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Greedy Williams picks it off, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Riss taken in at the goal line.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30. He's at the 40, past the 20, and they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Saints. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's going.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining.
Let's go now.
On first down, it's Smith.
And this a quick slant to Lockett. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Smith. Open man is Bourne.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
From the 17, Smith. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, had forced the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Smith throwing again. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Well, the Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
Now a play fake here on first down. Throw left side, got to be taken in by Harris. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off play action. Tracy. He finds his man, complete. It's Warner. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They go play action here on first down. Throw left side, complete. That's Harris. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. He finds his man, complete. That's Warner. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 14. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Got his tight end, that's complete. It's Harris. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard.
Back to throw. Tracy.
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans.
A great play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Saints have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. The try for 2 is successful. And it pushes the lead up to a field goal. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And it's the Giants who have the lead as they approach halftime. The Giants locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, let's head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they trail that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. James Washington, a touchdown reception. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half, and it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half. With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime, but the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
So here are the Saints to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Off the play fake. Tracy.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
After the interception, here's Smith.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Now Geno. And it's caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Seahawks have retaken a third-quarter lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
How does the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here? We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Now, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Flowers. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Got an open man. It's Olave. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Throwing on first down. Tracy. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Sacked there by Avery Williamson, the linebacker.
Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head.
Under pressure, they got him again. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out, you see, and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Finding Harris on back-to-back plays.
But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start on the ground here on first down.
They'll get it across the 35. It'll be second down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. To throw is Smith. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Here's Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. formations. Again, Smith. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a draw play. It's Walker. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. The nice footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Smith. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. And his kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game.
So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say, we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Saints coming back out ready to go for this next drive.
Throwing to start the drive. Tracy over the middle, complete. It's Harris. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 2nd down, it's Flowers. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Looking to throw. Tracy. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. To throw on 2nd down. Tracy. It gets it complete to Harris.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, and the ball is knocked out, and the Seahawks have picked it up.
He's got room at the 30. Down the left sideline.
So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice.
Touchdown! DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Seahawks will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. Well, right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You're trailing by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try to play free and natural.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this.
Back now here live in New Orleans. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 31-yard line.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He finds his man, complete. That's Warner. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Tracy, touchdown, Saints. From 3 yards out. And the Saints have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Lutz good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Running left is Walker. 72 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, here's Smith. And he's got his man on the out route.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Back to throw, Smith. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Walker sidestepping his way into the end zone. It's a touchdown. Well, wherever he is on the field, he is certainly slippery with the football in his hands, and he proved it right there.
And normally moves like that aren't supposed to work this deep in the red zone because there's not enough space. Normally way more effective when you're working out in the open field. But here, incredible shiftiness, excellent contact balance, and he works his way into the end zone.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent, and that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Off-play action. Tracy. It's brought in by Harris. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. They'll look to throw again. The pass caught by Olave. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. And quickly they get to the line. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's Olave bringing in another one. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball. And you put up a token press, make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Back to throw again. This is caught. And the Saints are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Ramondre Stevenson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints are back within a score. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on the stat sheet, and you and I both know, and he knows as well. His teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see him take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Sticking with Walker on second down.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
On third down, here's Walker.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
On the return, here's Agnew. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39.
And they will take over first and 10.
So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down by 6. At time, a huge factor. Back to throw.
Pass complete to Harris.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Warner. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. They'll look to throw. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Throw left side complete. That's Warner. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Where they came so close, Charles, they were knocking on the door in a one-possession game, but ultimately the defense held tough to get the victory.
And doesn't it feel like it just leads them asking what could have been? So many moments when they could have had a big play to change the outcome of this game, and let's face it, none bigger than that final snap that just fell short.
So for the Seahawks, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Saints, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.